Hey guys, Christian here with another video, and today in this one I'm going to be talking about how improving yourself will all be worth it. Throughout the journey, it takes time, and you got to focus a lot. You got to really do everything you can, and I've been doing this like for a minute. I think it's been about like 5 years now is what I'm coming up on here. So I've been doing it for some time, and I know that from where I'm at now to where I was is a very, very big gap. And when I first started, it was just something that was like, I just want to make more money, really. That was it. That's all I wanted to do. I was working a job at Publix, and it wasn't the greatest. And like just being there, every single day, 9 to 5 or whatever it was, let's say 3 to 10 or 3 to 11, late nights suck, right? And people always telling you what to do, coworkers underperforming, so you got to make up for their work, freaking not getting paid enough for everything that they tell you to do all the time. It's just like all these little things, and I just wanted to know how to make more money. And one of my friends at the time, he was into reselling shoes, and I was just like, dude, I gotta get into this. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be able to make another source of income. So I started doing that, and I started rolling in some extra money, and that's how I started reselling. And then I had learned about stocks before that, but I wasn't in stocks. I was kind of like in and out of it, but I'm in them now, and I'm learning about it. And I take some losses here and there, but I take pretty good profits most of the times. And it's a process, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's a process. You have to be able to go through it. But at the same time, you also have to know that at the end of it, it's gonna work, right? Because like I said, from where I was to where I am now is such a drastic difference that like it's not even a question. Like, obviously it's working, right? And of course, I have faith in God. I believe in Him strongly, and I believe in what I'm doing because I put everything I have into it. Like, I show up and I do every single thing I can, as much as I possibly can, as many times as I can, over and over. Like, you have to do this every day, early mornings, late nights. Like, focus on it and do it and do it and do it and do it, like, over and over again consistently. That's the only way it's going to work. Now, am I saying every single day you got to be on top of it? I mean, yeah, obviously, but at the same time, there's days where, like, it's not that like you don't want to do it. Of course you do, but it's just like maybe you got to take a break, or maybe you got things going on. You got to focus on that real quick. But whatever it is, deal with those things and then get right back to what you're doing. Deal with those things and then come right back and make sure that you're focused on what you need to do, because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing, is what you need to do. And so as long as you focus on that, so as long as you focus on doing the good things, and also being able to help other people out through that process, I promise you that things will work out, and you can promise yourself, because they will. It's just a matter of time, and it does not happen tomorrow, and it especially won't happen tomorrow if you don't start today. So you have to make sure that you're doing everything you need to do and continuing to do it. And at the end of the day, when you ask yourself that question, will it work? Also ask yourself the question, are you doing the work? Because if you're doing the work, then it will work. And that's just kind of how things roll with self-improvement. That's the whole process, is the process. You know what I'm saying? Not the results of the process, not the rewards of the process. The whole process is the process. All the work that you do, the workouts, the late nights, the working shifts, just to make enough money to pay your bills and do everything else you need to do, right? But sometimes it's just to pay your bills. I mean, over my journey of being an entrepreneur, I have been up and down and up and down and up and down in all sorts of ways. Made a good amount of money, lost a good amount of money, made a good amount of money, lost a good amount of money, back and forth. Had good days, had bad days, had terrible days, had great days, had phenomenal days, had terrible days. And it's all just a process of ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. But eventually what happens is, as long as you're focusing, it's like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But now you're up here, and originally you started down here. So it's like, as you do it and you continue to do it and focus on it, you get higher over time. Like, you go up more, you do better, you're results now, like the things that I do now, I couldn't imagine doing years ago. I couldn't even think about it. I couldn't even grasp the concept of it, let alone even know about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was so focused on what I had to do, whether that was work or whether that was, just focusing on my mindset at the time. I was so one track minded, because you have to be when you start. Otherwise, you will completely lose yourself. You'll lose what you're doing. You'll forget what you're doing. You won't know why. And all these different little things, when you start, you have to be one track minded on what it is that you want. After you do it, it's kind of all focused on one purpose, one reason, one why, but you're doing multiple different things along the line, because you can start stacking your skills into certain things that you're really good at, and then also use that thing that you're good at to get good at other things, and keep following it around until you're good at a lot of things, and then you're really good at all the things, and then you get really good in general. So that's what I mean by just focusing, and that it will all pay off in the end. But initially, you have to put in the work, and throughout the process, you have to continue to put in the work. Otherwise, it won't work. As long as you work it, it's gonna work. And that's pretty much it. That's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, but stay disciplined, stay motivated, keep making things happen in your life. Peace.